The parallel that I'm drawing is that, whether you're working on the shop floor of John Lewis, right, or you're the chief financial officer of Diageo, you are using ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity or one of these every single day. Like you've already trained yourself to be a prompt engineer. So, actually the enablement curve, which is the biggest blocker to cultural change, right, is providing the enablement. It should also be incredibly fast. But people are using ChatGPT at work, probably asking it work questions, probably a huge security risk, right, if companies haven't locked it down. But frankly, at the end of the day, people are using their own devices and they're punching in, sensitive data they're not aware is sensitive. It's a huge risk. So you need to provide that capability to every employee because there's now an expectation, right? The same way that if you're a retailer or a brand, your customers have an expectation they've had an expectation for years when it comes to digital, right, and e-commerce, but now agentic commerce, right, which is something we've not even touched on today, but it's
scratching the surface.
So I think leaders of retailers large and small, brands large and small, I think should capitalize on the fact that they already have an AI enabled workforce. They just haven't given them the technical capabilities company provided yet to make use of it. So I think that's quite interesting, is that, you're trying to make everyone data driven in previous years. Well, people don't go home and refresh Tableau in their own life, right? They don't need, people barely use spreadsheets for their own life.
Yeah.
It's a work thing, right? So when people are passionate about it, they're using their own lives. I think there's a head start there that leaders can take advantage of.
Definitely. No, I would 100% agree with that. And actually, it's really interesting. It aligns with something we've spoken about previously on this podcast, which is that concept of kind of shadow AI. And like where you say, employees within organizations who are probably using ChatGPT, Perplexity, other tools, when actually what Snowflake is enabling you to do is use that same user interface, use that same front end almost, but actually apply that with your data and your insights. And that granularity is just, it's mind blowing, isn't it? Compared to where we were even, 6 months ago in some cases, the actual power that could be put, and to your point earlier, the power that is at every single employee's thing. It's not just those wizards in the data team that know how to get the answers. It's everyone. And I think that's really where, from our perspective, we're seeing Snowflake as a really kind of powerful platform on that journey.
Yeah, it's, I'll give you an idea of a use case we've been working on recently. I won't say the name of a customer, but a very large retailer, right? It's giving the power to a store manager of one of their, I think they've got thousands of stores actually, giving the power for them to decide with asking the question, what product should I put where in the store at what point? What should be prominent? That's question number one. What should be prominent, and what level of stock do I need for the next week to ensure we don't stock out, but we don't overstock? And also, how should it be priced? How, from a category manager point of view, how, if it's a product that other retailers sell, for example, how should it be priced to ensure that we're competitive? And then how do we promote that? Well, if you were a shop manager, first of all, you probably wouldn't even be empowered to ask that question before.
Yeah.
You'd have to lead on a merchandising team, a promotional pricing team, a category manager team. I don't know. That sort of thing would have to be planned weeks in advance, right?
Yeah.
Even the most agile ones in the last couple of years, days in advance. Now you do it in the morning, you turn up. It's like shift those SKUs to the front of the store over there, price them at this much.